Hi, my name is Betsy Black, or Elizabeth. I live at 44 Church Street in South Orange. And I actually came here to ask about something other than the controversy. I put in an Oprah request for how many checks have been paid to the trailer company that we're renting the trailers from for the South Orange Fire Department. And it came back that since May of '02, the village has spent $220,000, more than $220,000 on the trailers for the South Orange Fire Department to house the firefighters. And I'm just wondering, there's no progress going on in the firehouse. The trailers are going on 6 years old. I have not been inside them, but from the outside they look pretty dilapidated, and they could really use some sprucing up. I'm wondering if there's any possibility of getting a refresher, new trailers in there, since we're paying all this money to this court, the after disaster housing court. What's being done to facilitate fixing the firehouse and getting the firemen back in there, firemen and women?
John?
We have been making progress with the firehouse. We are basically taking it on a week-to-week basis. We have notified the second contractor and the second bonding agency that we are prepared. We've found them in default, and we're prepared to cancel their contract at a moment's notice. We seem to have gotten their attention, and we have made progress, albeit slow. And while I'm not anxious to put a time frame on it, I do certainly believe that one way or the other we're going to have resolution to this and have the firehouse done in near term, not long term. Again, I'm reluctant to put a time frame on it because I don't, we don't know. But certainly, it wouldn't be acceptable to maintain this current contractor into a warmer season. Let's put it that way.
Since we are paying after disaster housing court full price, shouldn't we ask them for new trailers for the comfort and the health and well-being of the firefighters?
I agree. Do we now own those trailers?
No,
Were they
we do not.
purchased? We're still under, okay.
No,
If we purchased those, would anybody know what the retail price of those trailers, if we
Not as
purchased
much
them right
as
out?
we paid.
we lease
That's a
those.
house.
Obviously, that we're going to be in litigation on this, and that's obviously an expense that we're going to put in terms of our fight, within the litigation to recoup those expenses. There was a point in time when we did attempt to renegotiate, if you will, and get new ones in there. We did not get. We were not successful to do that with after disaster. We'll look at that again, but it seems that unless we believe that this is going to be for the long term, there is substantial costs as well involved in rotating them through. So, but we'll look at their conditions and see, what the issues are.
Does that answer your question?
Not really, because I keep hearing, I've been up here before asking about the progress on the firehouse, and I keep hearing that it's progressing, and we're not getting any dates.
I agree.
don't see
That was
any
a little
visual
fuzzy for me,
evidence
too.
of it.
John, are we talking about more than another calendar year from today's date?
That would not be acceptable to me in any way, shape, or form.
But how do you follow up on that to ensure that that is not the case? And I know that we're in litigation with some of these companies and the bonding agents, and this does take time, and these trailers are falling apart.
First, in terms of the conditions of the trailers, I'll be happy to do an assessment, in terms of, their conditions, and report back to the Board of Trustees and what the actual conditions of the trailers are and what we may be able to do about those conditions. That would be number one.
Can we have that feedback by our next meeting?
We will have something for the board by the next meeting, yes.
Okay.
By the way, we did ask the exact same questions in executive session last month about the trailers, and why can't we get new ones if we're paying, I don't remember what the rental is, it's like $3,000 a month per trailer?
$3,200, yeah.
$3,000 a month per trailer.
We're
We
paying
would've
a
figured by now
mortgage
they
for a
should-
house
we figured
every
by-
month.
We figured by now they should either give us new trailers, or, but not that the firehouse shouldn't have been done, but it's the same questions we're asking, and I know that they're trying to negotiate
Well, thank
to
you.
get it, but hopefully the
putting it out.
firehouse will be done before we get to that.
I would like to comment, too, about, the issue that is at hand tonight. I printed the agenda from the November 19th meeting that was quite extensive, and I have the agendas from the meetings tonight. And, you know, I believe that you all consider yourselves spiritual people, and you have affiliated yourselves with various religious organizations. And I just want to talk about forgiveness and the spirit of forgiveness and the fact that, you know, it's time to move on from this, and we've had enough, and there's a lot of business here to be taken care of. I don't know when the resolutions from the November 19th meeting were passed, if you ever got to that. And I don't think we've had committee reports in over a month. And I think the residents of South Orange are entitled to hear these reports. So if we are going to continue this discussion, I would also request that the comments on that be postponed until after the board has conducted the business at hand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.